Shut up, save the science, kid! Yeah! Objection!
Oh, listen.
What?
I don't mean to roast you. Your hairline look like it's supposed to.
Okay.
What are you? I'm gonna get that thing like it's
What are you talking about?
Friday Night Fucking Mob, but I'm tired.
Facts?
So hello everybody, I'm here again, your lawyer Melly here, and oh well, sorry, that's my unprofessional name. More professionally, my name is Ace Attorney Melly. So today I'm gonna be spreading the legacy of this chronicle. I'm just going stupid. Of today's adventure and the start of a new series. Today I present to you,
Starting from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where everything started, to...
I'm passing, I'm dripping, this water I'm whipping, I'm feeling no pain because I am a villain. Talk of my baby, so she gave me feeling, but nobody cares about me, so I'm chilling. By the way, I did not play the first Ace Attorney or like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game. I literally watched a whole Cub Scouts like series on it, so I was like, bro, I would love to play something like this. I was so interested. Ooh, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. This is beautiful. Let me full screen. And we got the 19, 20 by 10 AT. We gonna go crazy in this late T. I don't know what that meant, but it's okay, huh? I was rolling through this city like a pro. But here we are, The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and I can't wait to start this series. Hopefully you guys love this because I loved the first one. I always want to start a series on this. It's just that I've seen so much of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney that, you know, I needed something new. In this one, they actually have animations and everything. So let's start the adventure. Oh my gosh! Hold on.
The Empire of Japan. After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Okay. Oh, shoot my cursor.
The revolution washed over the land, making life in the capital exciting and unsettling. It was a period of great change, and some was swept away by the tide.
Okay. Woo! Is that my boy? Oh. Oh, that's a menace right there. Is that me? That's a menace right there. I can...
For one man, the turbulence of that era
was
just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
Wait, what? Is that my boy? I can't tell. Like, it looked like the dude. I can't wait to get some more freaking Ace Attorney music. Oh my gosh. Okay. Nobody hit on my phone. 22nd, November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Supreme Court of Judicature. I think that's how you pronounce it. Defendants Antechamber 5. Okay. Okay, so I didn't play the first one, so I'm gonna be kind of like rusty on the controller. So let's get it. Let's click enter. Yeah. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Oh shoot. Hey! His name is Bailiff. What? Oh! No, nothing. Save your glares, murderer! Sorry. Okay. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I think. I'm gonna call you Rio. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yumi University. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now, here I am, awaiting my trial. Okay. Ooh, that's enough! He's not obliged to listen to such abuse. And who are you? Ooh. I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Oh, this is my lawyer. Lawyer? Yes. And until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Tisk. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. Okay. And yet I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Okay. Oh, yes, of course, sorry. Oh. What are you apologizing for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yumi University professor, murdered in cold blood by student? But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? Of course not! You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You mean... I believe you. I know you're innocent, Ryunosuke. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm so sorry. Kazuma Asogi, my best friend, also in his second year in Yumi University. But he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. He's even a qualified lawyer. Impressive. Considering he's still a... It's not that impressive. Did he just read my thoughts? The very concept of lawyer is only a few years old. Here in Japan, anyways. My qualifications don't mean much. Yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes. That's when all this started. Oh, we're having a flashback? Congratulations, Kazuma! It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Finally. Those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura blowing around his temple. I want to bring out change in our own legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire? I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time tearing up the streets of Her Majesty's City of London together. If only it were that simple. If only it were that simple. Oh dear. Look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. Alright. There's Kazuma. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Oh shoot. Asogi, may I have a word? Oh shoot. That's like, oh my gosh, what is her name from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney? I forgot if it was like Mai something. I don't remember, oh my gosh. Professor, I didn't know you were coming. Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now, Asogi. You should go immediately to the judge's chamber. To His Excellency's chambers? Why? He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in the trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. I see. I'll go at once, then. Her, bro, I don't know what your name is. Oh, well, it's new people, but like, it's like, they're all, you know, it's so cool. I shall accompany you. I'll see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. And who are you? Who is this guy, though? Give me a name, something. Why are y'all just quiet? This is awkward. If I may? Yes, sorry? You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe? Yes, that's right. My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yumi University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma's study abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. As such, I feel you should know. No what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Azuki has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Never granted again. What? I suspected. You were unaware of this. I had a feeling Azuki may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered. But I don't understand! Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it! I swear! I'm not a murderer! I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that providing your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally, I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to conviction. Right. So, as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. I do? But what would the question be? Surely not, do you accept the accusations brought before you? Is he trying to get me caught up? Oh, okay. Of course not. Oh, defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. It would seem our surreptitious, I think, discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Azogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as a defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving! There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyways. Okay. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what more? I'll be found guilty of murder? And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on the unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Oh my gosh. 22nd of November, 9 a.m., Supreme Court of Courtroom 2. Oh, he said, so this is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of Judicature. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this is a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. What? But why? It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, you know? It's about to begin. Oh gosh. The judge! The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke. I think his name is Achi or Aki? Achi? The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As his defendant. Before we begin, there's one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made a last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct. And Your Excellency, I made that request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to decide 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? Why? His voice is changing for me. This is it. This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? Wait and see? I do? Should we listen? Maybe let's listen. Oh! Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed. I was about to say something. As I am standing here beside a defendant, I hope it's clear who...
Yes!
Oh. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that we'll be defending myself. You'll be... What? Oh gosh. What are you playing at, you know? Professor Mikotobi told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off? No, it's not that really. It's just that, well, on the odd chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Ooh. Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel, which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Uh-oh. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well. Does the accused admit defeat already? Re-announcing his own counsel? Really?
Objection!
Oh. Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent, he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so? Naruhodo-san? Oh! Yes, exactly! Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's completely blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student, be brought before the Supreme Court. Ooh. You must have perpetrated a most hidden... Yeah, as you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Yo, stop putting this word in here, I can't say it! Of Japan. Accordingly, the very highest standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruhodo? Yes, Your Excellency. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, he can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Oh, yes! Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard this name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. Ugh, I'm so nervous. I can't remember that. What was it again? You know? Let me guess. Your mind's gone blank. You know me so well. All the relevant information from this case can be found in the court records. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court records with the press of E. Thank you. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that it's all in there. Okay. I just have to press E for the court records. Alright, there's no time to lose. Okay. This is the list of the evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead with E. Oh. You'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just press Z to go back. Okay. Okay, so we were talking about this guy, right? The victim of the case, he was a visiting professor in medicine of UMI. Okay, this is the victim. None of these people are really... So when you're done, just press Z to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court records. Okay. Now, you better not keep Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court records and press R to present. Try it now. Okay. Yes! Oh! The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of the esteemed member of our own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to UMI University 3 years ago. Indeed. Which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally, and as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together after lengthy negotiation. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of the Englishmen has been split in our own soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial UMI University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides your education. Have you no honor? Ugh, but I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. Jesus. The court therefore wishes a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of unsetting England's policymakers. This man has a katana in court, and you're a convenient and expendable scapegoat to blame for this crime. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. All because this victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, I'll see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a little longer. Good idea. Oh shoot, I just read my other line. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then, partner. Ooh. He went to English class? The British Empire. Wow, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen that man at university. I'm sure he's visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still. I should go and say hello. Is this the guy? So I went over to the professor's table. I think it is. And introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. It is. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency? How did this professor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death? Well, obviously, that was, you know? Remember that in court, every assertion must be backed up by evidence. So we gotta go to the evidence? By evidence? But how? Pushing E. Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now. Cause of death, proof that I am a student at the Imperial. I was always aware. Let's scroll to the right. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot to the chest. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. This is it. Present it. Yes! Let's present it. Well... according to this document, the victim suffered a death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile. That's the post before I take it. Yes, I can't read either, so it's fine. I'm so sorry if anybody hates me for not reading. I am terrible at it. Sorry, yes, that's right. the modern report. In the West, a doctor dissects corpses to identify the cause of death in an autopsy. But here in Japan, a police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later, this is so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. Ooh, so he had a bullet hole through the right side of his body? He was eating steak. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Thank you, counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the court record. The photographic print showed the victim was shot from the... Okay, so that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The details is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. Let us start the trial. Oh, gosh. Oh, shoot. This is about to get serious. Certainly, Your Excellency. So without further ado, in order to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. Mikotoba? Yes. Clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Of course. When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Azogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Okay. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. Well, my first piece of advice is, Ryan is that crazy look of bewilderment and controlled the cold sweats. Okay. Only if you ride in that crazy headband and control the cold stares first. Oh shoot, this guy looks swaggy. Of course, my name is Satoru Hazonaga. I am a head waiter at the Western style restaurant called La Carnival. Okay. Oh, he's... Whoa! Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, Oh, this man is sick. He got that 19. It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This grim crime occurred in one of the district's so-called restaurants in E3 3 days ago. At once, sir. And no petty injections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 p.m. on the day in question. We have few diners at the time of the day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. Oh shoot, I'm kind of going through this fast. That fits in with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. Still coughing up blood? It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. Oh my gosh! A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman, slumped in his chair. And standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was accused university student.
Yes!
Oh. Hold on! Let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him!
Objection!
Oh. I believe I asked to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness's report of what he saw, you amateur. But the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized. Defendant Naruhodo. Don't worry, You'll have your chance to fight back. Alright. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. Okay. If I may confirm 1 point, waiter. Standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today. Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and university student. Huh. Wait. What did he just say? There was no one else around that table. What's the matter? You know? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello... Ooh. There's a woman. There was a woman sitting opposite of him at the table. Was that his girl? Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjections, but still, what should I do? Let's just wait and see. We'll be fine. Wait and see. Just don't interject, don't interject. You know, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who would diligently get to work, aren't you? Okay. I suppose I am. I never have got into Yumi University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. Okay. Alright. You scared me. I won't forget the piece of advice in a hurry. Okay. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. Yes! There you go. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table. Objection! Oh. Dear me, dear me. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hasunaga-san, is there any chance you've mistaken perhaps your memory of events is hazy? Uh-oh. No. The deceased gentleman came to dine alone. I don't believe it. Oh my gosh, this man's coughing all over the place. I actually have a rough plan of the restaurant as it was that day. Oh shoot, more evidence. Please have a look if you'd like to. Ah, a sketch of the establishment layout drawn by yourself, I presume? That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. I mean, this is drawn himself. Well, you're clearly a very consensuous waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take the plan and add it to the court records as evidence. That's not even real evidence. Oh, well, exactly. Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Something's wrong about that. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Oh! His man is given the whole... Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. Stop coughing! Shut up! The head waiter's business card. Okay. You good? So, the court has now heard of Priestess of the court. Yes? At the moment of the gunshot was heard in the restaurant. Why do I keep switching the accents? The only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial day. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo, Yes, Your Excellency? If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I've called this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has this decisive evidence from sworn witness who would present at the scene of the crime. Oh God. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? Do it. Tell me to do it, bro. What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to plead guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? You've said it. Professor Mikotoba said it, and so has the judge and the prosecution. I'm scared of what lies ahead if I push this. As I said before, the outset I believe your innocence, I trust you. And yet despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face, is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon that duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, you know. Ooh. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. I'm spitting all over the place. Then we'll see how decisive this evidence really is. Shoot, the court is shook. Uh-oh. Indeed. Prosecutor Achi, please continue with proceedings. Tisk. Well, you were warned that the young can be so reckless. You know, many call me a saint, but I can be a devil when I want to be. Ew. Ugh. In a few short moments from now, that dumb-stuck young mouth of yours will be silenced forever. Ooh. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Need some water. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Ooh, look at these two. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir. The Great Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant. I'm gonna call you Lai. I'm gonna call him Lai. I'm gonna call Lainosa Laisa Nosa. I'm gonna call him Lai though. Reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I find employ as a purveyor of fine articles of adequacy from the effortless what the frick are you talking about? And conduct my trade from a humble... Okay. An antique dealer and a soldier. What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. And not infrequently, converse with interested parties regarding the curios with which I make my business. Like, gosh. I can't understand a word. Thank you! He's an antique dealer. And it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnival. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques and tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnival because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Ooh. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. Now, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most, you know. Is that correct? Affirmative! The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner and- wait, what? Can be described as an act of war, sir. It was the black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the others. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So, this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening. He heard a strange noise, I didn't hear it. The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment you shot the victim dead. Yes? Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. Now, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Oh. Yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. What the freak was that noise? Unsavory memories of most okay. Talk to me. Witness testimony. Let's get it, baby. Everybody, we gotta look. We're focusing now. This is focus time. This is where we gotta detective work. What the witnesses saw. I was ingesting a regulation of beef steak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the old man. Okay. Beef steak. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Wait, from the back? I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously impressive curio. Okay. So Sergeant Nosa actually witnessed a vital moment. You saw the split second when the defendant fired the weapon at the victim. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Sir, that wicked university cadet. Sir, the cruel and unforgivable enemy. He just pulled out a knife? What times we live in, where an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. Okay. But this is ridiculous. I didn't shoot anyone. Is that really true? You know? Yes! All I did was pick up the gun that I saw lying on the floor. But he said he shot him from, someone shot him from the back. Remember that. After I said hello to Dr. Wilson, I went back to my table and sat drinking some coffee. Then, when I finished, I got up from my seat to leave the restaurant. When I noticed an English-made gun next to the chair where the professor was sitting. Oh, shoot. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it, so I bent down and just as I was picking it up, bang! Well, if that's truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there was a clue as to who that criminal was. It has to be the dude. There is? Yes. Why are you pulling out your katana? You know, you must exercise your right to cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? Do it now! As we have heard, Your Excellency, there is no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. My bad, sorry. Certainly the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare... Yes! What is the name of the Imperia is meaning of this burst? I mean, the defense demands its rights to cross-examination. Dear me. Let me guess. The Hachimaki headband boy next to him told him to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know? The prosecution The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. Experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
Exactly. Objectify that mother. Wait, that was not... No. The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Oh, what the freak? Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. Kazuma is commanding. Very well. Let the defense conduct a cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, you know. But I don't even know what I have to do in this cross-examination. Isn't it obvious? You have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it. And the key to do that is evidence. Right, evidence. All you need to do is present some device and indisputable evidence that provides the witnesses is lying. Okay. Now, let's get it. Oh, I was about to say, let's get it. You know, don't let them beat you. Bet. Ooh. All right then. It's all or nothing. Let's get it. Cross-examination, baby. Cross-examination, baby. Let's get it. I already know what I want to cross-examine though. Like, I was ingesting a regulation of beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactical discussion with the man. So I'm just gonna... Okay, we can press him on this just to do it, I think. Press?
Yes!
Why? Why aren't you saying anything? Is this some new interrogation technique? I hadn't actually thought of what I wanted to say. Just ask about anything that catches your attention. Anything that bothers you. Alright then. This beefsteak you mentioned. What kind of food is that? Teen Shun! Oh, you said Tan Shun? Beefsteak is a delicious cut of veal. Vigorously cooked on a cast iron grill and served piping hot. Oh. If food could receive medals of honor, beefsteak could be almost as highly decorated as a cutlet. Right, I see. Thank you, sir. So, next question. This cutlet you mentioned, what kind of food is that? Tension! Cutlet is a delicious cut of veal tossed by breadcrumbs and deep fried in cooking oil. This man knows. Accept your guilty verdict to atone for your crimes, and when you're released from your prison, try it. Okay, damn. Yes, sir, I will, sir. On the double, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but how about trying to stick to the questions that are relevant to this case? Oops, sorry. I'll do my best. So, next question. Is it just me, or do we keep hearing a sort of wah crying? Oh, negative. Well, at least we've learned that he's a big beef lover. Affirmative. It's not easy knowing what questions to ask. Okay. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden curio to the military gentleman. Let's see, let's press him on that. Press! Or let's just say, yes! I have no idea what you're talking about. A Koban boy? A Koban? You mean an old Edo coin? The day prior to the incident, a treasure of expeditional value from the Hoi period entered my possession. I took myself to the restaurant to follow day with said item secreted in my bosom pocket. Oh my gosh. So you were hoping to sell your Koban coin to Sergeant Nosa, who you met at the restaurant? That's exactly what my boy was talking about. Yes, it's quite clear where you're going with this, boy. You're about to assert that a soldier would have no hope of purchasing a precious Koban. Isn't that so? Well... You little upstart cadet! You want to add disrespecting a superior officer to your list of crimes to do? No, I didn't say anything. In any case, the hour was already advanced beyond that of the midday luncheon. There remain precious few presents with whom I have engaged in discourse about matters of business. The gentleman aside me, who was grappling with the brace, Veal at the time was my sole prospect. I see. Okay, now we can ask him about this question. At least precious moments of firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. We can press him about this. But one thing I want to do, because he's going to talk about he saw it shoot him from the back. The bullet clearly looked like it came from the front and it didn't go through the body. Remember that. So you're saying that actually saw me at the time? Affirmative. I saw you. Laughing, cackling like a madman as you trained the barrel of your gun at the English civilian. But that's impossible. I only... Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard the gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table. And so, what if that is? Oh, what, you know. Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't in fact see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. Oh, lost for words, huh, buddy? Ugh. And double R. What? My sixth sense. Sorry? My sixth sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind. Which means, a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, cadet. Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I have where I am today in the army? I couldn't sense danger in the air, son. Let me drink some water. Well, it would seem that this soldier is absolutely convinced that he has saw you do the deed. This is not good. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trust. This next thing that he says is gonna get him. Exactly. Right here. This is where we press. Press. Yes. Perfect. So this black uniform university cadet, you're saying that was... I've had just about enough of your sauce, cadet. Who else do you see around here in a black uniform, Well, there's someone standing right next to me who fits the description as well, but... It was you, you little weasel! You unloaded the firearm on that man! From behind his back! And you call yourself a citizen? The great empire of Nepria? You disgust me. So can we go into court records right now? Or is this a bad time? Maybe not now. Yeah, maybe it's gonna give me like a second to think. What is it? You know? I'm not quite sure. It's something that the sergeant just said, but I can't put my finger on it. Something playing on my mind. You got it. In that case, check back over the details of the evidence. You might gather... Okay, yeah, see? And if you find any inconsistencies, the witness just said, don't hold back. Exactly. Let's get it. Present the evidence to the court. Thrust it in the witness's face and make him choke on it. Bet. Okay, calm down. Alright. So let's go back. Right here. Let's go into present. And then let's go straight to this photograph right here. Let everybody hit a little. Yes! There you go. Uh-oh. It got quiet. You got it. Come on. It's in the picture. He's nervous. What? Are you playing at cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination thrusting some photographic print in my mustache? Inconsistency, sir. Uh-oh, here we go. I mean, yes! There's a clear inconsistency here. Tisk, what nonsense. What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think it proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for amateur student here in the grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Uh-oh. I think he sees it. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. Thank you. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma? What? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear with the statement. What? Sergeant Lai.
Yes, sir. What, sir?
The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the cowardly little weasel, sorry.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir.
Yes!
This is perfect. But no, that just can't be.
And why not, cadet?
Talk to him. Because? Take a close look at the print. Talk about the freaking bullet. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Ah. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Oh, he has a baby on his back. What the freak? This man's been holding a baby? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa?
Yes, sir.
At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. Oh, he got him. This complete turnabout in the mood of this trial. Just from the last one's descript is, yeah. Need more water. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him.
That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Ooh, he's myself? I've already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure? Treasure? Ooh, indeed. The Hoyoya Koban, my prize coin. You need to put your teeth away. On each occasion when I visit that restaurant, it is my habitude to place in bosom pocket of particular trinket of interest my shop cheese, bro. In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it was the military man that I proffered my Ahoy treasure. I believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not, but I presented with little alternative. And then, after averting my eyes from the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table, I was in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. Ooh. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Oh, nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? Ooh. No. I see. That lamentable day, the precious Hoi Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unparticular scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Nosa is quiet. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was unconclusive. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Achi? Tisk. Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front of... Oh, the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witness have further testimonies to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant. Whoa, oh, okay. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Ugh. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasonings behind the prosecution's allegations. Is that clear? As clear as critical class, Your Excellency. Okay.
Yes, sir. At once, sir. Awaiting signals to testify, sir.
Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think.
Affirmative. The newest member of the Nosa family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name Aido.
It would seem those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny.
I just realized that, straps. That was part of the fit.
Your father is about to quell the enemy. Oh, this is son. Okay.
Watch and learn, my boy.
The true culprit. I hope it's not him though, because like if it is him, that's gonna suck. Cause he has a kid. I don't want him to go to jail.
Even if what I saw was the precise moment the firearm was discharged, at almost the same time, or thing.
Yes. Pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the black. That was much I myself did see. But you said you were looking at the coin.
A visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present.
Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. No one saw the woman.
Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out.
Okay. So, no one's talking about the woman that was there. The woman was the only person in front, too. Wait! That's nonsense! The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman! There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Oh, why did I read it like that? Why are they all looking away? If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. Ugh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed. Of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly based on the appearance. Certainly based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in company of anyone else. Ugh. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photograph evidence to the record. The photographic print of the crime scene has been entered into the court records, okay. I don't understand. What's going on here? Okay. So we saw a woman. It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph the report to the Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubts. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know the ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that will have contributed to the enmity of these two great empires is an honor. Oh my god. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule? Stand tall, you know. It's not over yet. Oh god, what's up? What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here, behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examination with the witness, but make it quick, understood? Tisk. Rules can be so unbending at times. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the freak can be the problem. Like, no one saw the woman, so it must be something that they're all hiding, because they were all looking away when I asked it. Wait, even if I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Even if I saw wasn't the precise moment... Okay. Let's press that.
Yes!
No, no, no. It's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire that gun. We have a difference of opinion in that the opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a What? I don't think so. Consider this, defendant. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, it is an undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it. Okay, that was stupid. What? What? Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears in the very next moment. I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that says it all, don't you? And let us not forget that the antiques deliver witness and accused in this most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Karakuta-san? Oh, why are you silent? Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much myself did see, but you were staring at the coins. You said you were looking at the coins. Let's press that.
Yes!
Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at the point in time. But I've told you already that the only because I off the floor. Yeah, okay. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you could explain it away. I had just finished drinking my coffee, and I was about to leave the restaurant when... Oh shoot, my cursor's in the middle, my bad. I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. In exactly that moment... a gunshot rang in my ears. Full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which participated in this testing predicament. Whereas, conversely, I failed to pick up the Koban from the floor and find myself in an equally tested predicament as a result. Okay. Anyways, the fact remains, myself and I did see you. With pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. Oh, gosh, that was it? Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Let's just press it.
Yes!
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Attention!
As you have been at pains to point out time and again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Ugh. If only there'd be more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I know. Of course, the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at the time of the day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency. There was indeed a reason. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. More evidence. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Had a clinic? Yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So, the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think? You know? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could... Okay, yeah. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence? Ask for it to be submitted, yes. Give me that evidence. I like how he raises his hand. If I may, I would like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to the arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Whether or not they are of concern, it is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant a defense request. Youngsters these days, always asserting their rights. It's a most disturbing trend. Officer, kindly add the victim's medical report card to the court records. Okay. Medical report card had a clinic in the victim's pocket. The victim's medical report. Okay. What we need right now is a new clue. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if that seems relevant at all. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you'd like, but the day after the festival already for you. Well, perhaps you've forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused. Yeah. I need more water. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched. Okay, we gotta press him here. We just gotta keep getting more info. I don't really know what I'm gonna be able to do with this. So you actually saw that with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. Yeah, why are you getting quiet? That I did. I forgive me for a position I place you in. So the testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on that point. Isn't that interesting? And let's not forget the inconceivable evidence we have to support their statement as well. As can clearly be seen, there's only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. The antique dealer the sergeant and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. Think so too. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I absolutely no idea. Therefore, no other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Question?
Yes!
Why aren't you telling the truth? What? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. There was a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed. But for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion is just not possible. Look at them silent. They're hiding something. Unfortunately for you, defendant, Naruhodo, it's not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry? The waiter, whose testimony that court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said that the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of the Phantom Lady. But if such a woman were indeed presented at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. It is a blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. I mean, we can look through evidence. Come on, push my mans. Tis. There's something about them. Excellent work, you know. We've gleaned some new information now. Wait, what? Well, yes, but I don't feel like it's changed much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to the light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. Yeah, I wanted to read it. Oh, you mean this? Yes. This is a brand new piece of evidence. So perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Thank you. How exactly? You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. There are the ones you may examine. Okay. So all this stuff down here, it says Mr. John Wilson, Hada Clinic. Medical report card required for every visit. Let's rotate this around. Ooh, what is this stuff? Dentist, Hada Clinic, date. Wait, there's no, oh, record. So can we check here? Okay. This seems like the most recent. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of a molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this amnesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical... Okay. Strictly no food or drink besides water or for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. The medical report card's information has been updated in the court record. With this new information, the meaning of that particular statement totally changes. I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Perfect. Indeed, alone, he was at the Englishman dining all by himself. He was dining all by himself. If he didn't have his tooth taken out that day, we could say if he was dining by himself, then this medical report shows that he couldn't have been. Can we present this?
Yes!
Ooh, I think I got it. Well, I think, oh no. About what are you wittering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I'm not even a lawyer. I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. You know, everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that so purposefully. You knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. That's what I'd be doing all the time anyways. I know y'all be mad at me sometimes. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Korakuto-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see. And I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement, something clearly doesn't add up. Uh-oh. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry? What? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish revel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. Thank you. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. It is relevant. But that's, remember, you know, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we're finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. You think you're so cool. This witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there's no one else besides this pale-faced pupil. Oh, he just objected. This medical report card has nothing to do with this case. Do you really believe that? What? Outbursts have petrified me, boy. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hada Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just had a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating. Oh my gosh, everyone shook. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders to not eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. Korakuto-san? I don't even know if that's how you said it. What, boy? As you just heard, when he was killed sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No! Additionally, there's nothing more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Grr. Because the victim, as we know now, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of anesthesia. Or aesthetic. Expertly done, partner. So that means he had to have someone with him. Objection! He can't drive. What? What is this nonsense, you little upstart? There are some baseline accusations, just you look at the photographic evidence. Yeah, look at my evidence though. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Objection! Thank you. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about, or can't you follow the logic? How? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in the restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, you know? Indeed.
Yes, most definitely. So having undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Sorry. Who in fact was eating the pictured beefsteak? Thank you. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on the new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel? Counsel? Oh, that's me, means me, doesn't it? All right. The answer to this question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been the victim herself, me, the two witnesses, and as yet unknown third party. Has to be. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table.
Objection!
Stop trying to object me. We're getting into this. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. Yes, there was. Thank you. We both said yes at the same time. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, their only logical conclusion in this is that there was somebody else there eating it. Jesus. We have strong evidences of our assertion. It's clear that the witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with them. Okay. Oh, dang. Okay. Kazuma. Are you insane? You would take on the government? Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have an issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it is now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, perjury? This is a murder trial. You'll also be deemed of complicit in killing. Complicit? In murder? No! Oh my gosh. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. From who? That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what... Y'all are caught. Oh. What? What did you just say, Korikuto-san? Oh, he's shaking. Oh, no, You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I was, Say you never saw the gentlewoman? When you say gentlewoman, do you mean... You saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Oh gosh. Just one simple slip of the tongue? Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? The waiter. Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to that murder, are you? You wouldn't... This can't be happening. You know. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I say they were sworn to silence by someone with conservative influence. However, I don't believe Achi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. No, it's the waiter. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. Okay. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we missed. There's no time to lose.
I want answers! If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure to the penalty will be served.
Or severe, my bad.
Please wait, Your Excellency.
I have no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto. Oh god.
I knew nothing.
And what does the defense have to say about all of this, Well, Your Excellency? No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes in my head. Okay. Remember, we're gonna think about the waiter. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses would be the waiter.
Yes!
Got him! We got him, I know we got him. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san?
The waiter who took the stand earlier?
Objection!
Uh-oh. Poppy. What possible reason would the waiter have of these witnesses to give false testimonies? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is, the man truly were a waiter. What? If he truly were? Ooh. Come on, time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Seta's real identity as proven by the evidence. Okay, so what proves that he's not a waiter? Is it... Okay, let me think about it. I need to get in my bag. I gotta think of this because I'm about to get in my bag. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling kind of nice. The head waiter's business card, a sketch of the restaurant. Wait, let me check this business card. Maybe we can flip this around and this... What the freak? Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation, Imperial Police. He's a police officer? Why did he write this on his business card? Oh wait, let me, okay, so let's... This. It has to be this. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see it? It says the witness name here. Satoru, yeah. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that is unexpected, it's the job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector, Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial, Police Bureau. Gosh. Inspector? What on earth? I have no idea. Let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. The waiter's business card. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're gonna use as evidence. We can prove that wrong. So let's... Yes! Let's get it. The plan of the restaurant sketches by the man is in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. I beg your pardon. Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. That's where the telling details is. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of the business card reveals the man is in question's profession. It questions profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power, as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witness therein stand. Ooh. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you've seen this forgotten gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Hold it. Oh, is it the waiter? Oh shoot, that just gave me, I just got goosebumps. An Inspector, hold on, I'm gonna call him Hono. They are shaking. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take the plan and add it to the court record as an evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court at once. Of course. Here you are. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. It might be that woman though, but I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So? You mean to say, you really are a detective? But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? So he can watch the guy girl kill the dude. Ah, of course. Your salary must... Oh, I was working undercover. Exactly. He was talking about salary. Undercover? Yes, so he could watch the girl. Yes, there's been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter working undercover. You see what I'm saying? Incidents at the restaurant, what kind of incidents? Murders? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to... Wait, so why did he... However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the two witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I led to assume that in your professional capacity of a police officer, you required their witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Why is he coughing? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable! As I suspected. Yeah, wipe your face. You liar. I'm lighting a candle to this. This is some next level stuff right here. People out here lying. He could have got me in trouble. Oh, I thought someone just got shot in the court. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood this accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady who I'm guessed to be an Englishwoman from overseas. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. Bureau? Is that how you say it? I'm sorry. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. So that was a setup. It was made clear that the Englishwoman present at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But, what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. Why? The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. See, that's not fair. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect? Yes! It was clearly a setup, but without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason of the disappearance of the Phantom woman in this case. But it's not right. What are you hiding, bro? Talk to me, bro. Talk to me. Someone talk to me, please. Someone is hiding something, bro. This woman. If she came from overseas with him, maybe that was like a plan for them to like stop having connections. One possibility does spring to mind. What's up? What do you mean, Kazuma? Yumi University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain. And I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory is as young Englishwoman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. Ooh, you mean when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought her identity. Is someone knocking on my door? Oh, identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. The Englishwoman sitting at the university professional table was a certain Miss Jeziel Brett. Miss, I'm gonna call her Jazzy. I'm gonna call her Jazzy. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yumi University medical faculties.
What? What is happening here?
You getting caught up? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered, I feel like I just pushed the sun down, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in this testimonies. It must now be up to Your Excellency to decide how to deal with this situation.
Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. What? However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, yes, it would be a desecration of justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point.
Objection!
But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of ruling in order to send the telegraph report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions.
Calm yourself, Counsel.
I will not allow the government of our country or others to influence the proceeding of my counter room. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate Jazzy and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders. Why did I read it like that? Given from the police bureau. As I said before, It is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? Ooh, there he goes again. Oh gosh. Nothing will get in my way. Okay, I like you. But you should not be blaming me though. Court will be adjourned briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Jazzy to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency. Good. Then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. To be continued. And is to be continued in this day. We are Ace Attorney. Oh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the last part. Save your progress. Yes. Part 1 is done, and we're gonna be back on there for part 2. This is a long episode. I hope you guys don't mind. Like, I mean, I know I have to read a lot, but like, I'm fine with it. I really don't mind it. Oh, hold on. Wait. No. Just cancel. Let's just turn that all off. Thank you so much for watching this. And if you want to see more, type it down in the comment section below, because I'm actually down to do this. Like, it also helps with my reading skills too. Shot hit you, clock shot a not rock. If you want to see me, I might pull up on your block top. Everybody telling me low legacy's the myth. Legendary legend legacy, he got the miss. Mr. Mystery, mysterious. I'ma hit that thing because you know I'm moving delirious. People telling me I'm crazy, but you know I got 80s. If you wanna see me, baby, come in here, Slim Shady.